Today's subject, some terms that Robin doesn't understand. Hi, I'm Jeff Banks, the founder of Banks Consultancy, Not Your Ordinary Accountants.
And I'm Robin Banks, the confused one and the CEO of Banks Consultancy.
And these are our tidbits of the day. And today's subject, we're going to talk about a couple of things that Robin's just a little bit confused about. Now, you were talking to me about...
If I own a business...
Yeah, you're the proprietor of the business, yes.
And how can I then be an employee of the business? And what's the difference between proprietor and employee, and how can it be all of the above?
Well, it can be all of the above, or it can be none of the above. That's the interesting point when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yep.
If you're a sole trader, you are the proprietor of the business. If you are the owner of a business, you can effectively be the proprietor of a business, but depending on the structure that you have your business in, you can be a shareholder of your business, you can be a director of your business, you can be the trustee of your business. You can also be an employee within that structure, because companies and trusts are separate legal entities in their own right. Now, a lot of people, let's go to sole traders for a minute. A lot of people say, well, hang on, I draw out a wage. I'm a sole trader, I draw out a wage of $100 a week, but when it comes to the end of the year, I've got to pay tax on $50,000 because that's the profit that's been made. And sole traders pay tax on the profit. They can't insure themselves for workers' compensation because the employer and the employee, who are the same person in this particular effect, and you're going to say to me, but I am the employer and the employee when it comes to a company, and I'm going to explain to you why not in a moment. So they can't cover themselves for workers' comp, but they should have things like sickness and accident insurance, but they pay tax on their profit. Whereas, now you're going to be confused and say to me, well, hang on, if I'm the director of a company, I take out my drawings, or what I think is drawings, but are actually your net wages.
Yeah.
But the company, because it's a separate legal entity in its own right, pays tax itself.
Okay.
So
yes.
you, as a director, become an employee of the company with the same rights and benefits, and should be covered for workers' compensation insurance. And the company pays tax on whatever profit is left in that company after your salary.
Right.
Still confused?
No.
Good. So if you're confused about this sort of stuff, and I know a lot of people are, because they draw money out of their business and say, well, hang on, I only draw out X amount of dollars. Why do I have to pay extra tax, or why do I have to pay tax at all? Now, if we make a profit, obviously we're going to pay tax, and if we're paying taxes, we must be making money. It's our job here at Banks Consultancy to make sure that the amount of tax you pay is the least amount possible. And we do a pretty good job at that, I think.
Yeah. I have to say that I'm not the accountant, but I know the accountants do a really good job on that.
And that's what we're all about. So if you have any issues with any of this sort of stuff, please contact us here at Banks Consultancy, and one of our trained consultants will be more than happy to run through how things work with your particular tax structure, which is one of the things that we like to make sure that our companies, our clients, really know. Why am I being smacked in the bum?
You're taking too long.
I'm taking too long. Okay, that's the end of this tidbit for the day. I'm Jeff Banks.
And I'm Robin Banks.
And we are Banks Consultancy, and we are Not Your Ordinary Accountants.